Hello everyone, this is Mohammad from the Saimedha Institute, Koti, Hyderabad. So in the previous video, we have completed the gunshot bits of the topic limits. Okay. So in the limits, what we have discussed means it will be of minimum 2 marks. For the 2 marks, we have divided the limits topic into 2 parts. So part 1 was completed. In the part 1, 10 questions was there, 10 gunshot bits was there. Now in this video, we are going to see the next 10 gunshot bits of the topic limits over here. So what is the first question? Limit x tends to 1, x square minus 1 divided by mod x minus 1 is given, mod x minus 1. So whenever we are having the modulus function, so we will be having some conditions according to that modulus function. Is it clear? So if you are having any conditions, any changes part in the question means what we have to do? We have to apply the condition of the limit. What is the condition of the limit? The condition of the limit means limit x tends to a, limit x tends to a f of x existing. When it is existing? It is existing means limit x tends to a minus f of x should be equals to limit x tends to a plus f of x. Understood? So the limit x tends to a minus f of x value will be equals to limit x tends to a plus f of x value. This part we are calling it as a LHL. A minus means somewhat less than a. Suppose if you are taking a value, it is equals to 2 means it will be x tends to 2 minus and this part will be x tends to 2 plus. So what is the meaning of 2 minus and 2 plus? 2 minus means it is somewhat less than 2. 2 plus means it is somewhat greater than 2. Okay. So whenever we are discussing about the a minus part means we are calling it as a LHL, left hand limit, and this part we are calling it as a RHL, right hand limit. So if LHL value it is equals to RHL value, then only limit is existing. Understood? Now if LHL value it is not equal to RHL value means limit is not existing. Understood? So what is the condition over here in the question? X square minus 1 divided by modulus function is given. Okay, modulus function. Now what are the conditions of the modulus function means? Mod of f of x, mod of f of x it is equals to, we are having 3 conditions. So mod of f of x it is equals to, we have to take it as f of x if f of x value it is greater than 0. Okay, f of x value it is greater than 0, then we have to take it as f of x, as it is we have to write. Then if f of x value it is less than 0 means we have to write it as minus f of x. What we have to write? We have to write it as minus f of x if f of x is less than 0. Now if f of x value it is equals to 0 means we have to take this part is also equals to 0. Okay. So what are the conditions of the modulus function? The conditions are mod f of x it is equals to f of x when f of x value it is greater than 0. If it is less than 0, this complete value, this complete f of x value if it is less than 0 means we have to take it as minus f of x. If f of x value it is equals to 0 means same part we have to write it as 0. Okay. Now in this part also x square minus 1 divided by mod x minus 1 is given. So we have to find, whenever we are having the conditions in the question means we have to find both LHL value as well as RHL value also. Okay. So if LHL value it is not equal to RHL, limit is not existing. If LHL value it is equal to RHL means that will be the limit value. Understood my point? Now let us first calculate the LHL value. Okay, LHL value. First we are calculating the LHL value. What it is? Limit x tends to, limit x tends to a minus is given. A minus means x tends to 1 is given. 1 means what we have to take? For LHL we have to take it as 1 minus, and for RHL we have to take it as 1 plus. So limit x tends to 1 minus, then it is x square minus 1 divided by mod of x minus 1 is there. Okay. Now mod of x minus 1 is there. What is the meaning of 1 minus? 1 minus means it is somewhat lesser than 1. Okay, it is somewhat less than 1. If you are taking x value, if you are assuming that part, and it is somewhat less than 1 means, okay, less than 1 means what we can say, what we can take it as 0.9. okay, somewhat less than 1 means we can take it as 0.9. so whenever we are subtracting this part, 0.9 minus 1 means we are getting the answer as minus, in the negative part we are getting. If you are getting the f of x part as a negative, so it will be less than 0. If it is less than 0, what we have to take? Minus of f of x we have to take. Understood? We are taking minus of f of x. So limit x tends to 1 minus x square minus 1 divided by mod x minus 1 means we are taking it as minus of x minus 1 we have taken. Understood? If f of x value is greater than 0 means we have to write as it is. Okay. Now for this 1 minus part we have applied the condition. Okay. Now what we have to substitute? The x value means x value is equals to 1 only you have to substitute, because for 1 minus you have already applied the condition. Okay. After applying the condition you have to substitute the x value as 1. Okay. Now limit x tends to 1 minus, now x square minus 1 is there, x square minus 1 means if for this one part we can write it as 1 square also. So whenever we are writing 1 square, it is in the form of a square minus b square. A square minus b square means what is the formula? A plus b into a minus b. So x plus 1 into x minus 1 divided by minus of x minus 1 we have taken. So this x minus 1 gets cancelled. Now we have to substitute the x value, which is 1. So 1 plus 1 it is equals to 2. 2 divided by, in the denominator we are having the minus sign means we can write it as it is equals to minus 2. So LHL value it is equals to minus 2. Now we have to calculate the RHL value. What is RHL now? RHL, limit x tends to 1 plus x square minus 1 divided by mod of x minus 1. Okay. Now we are taking the x value. If you are assuming that x value it is somewhat greater than 1, because what we have written? 1 plus we have written. 1 plus means it is somewhat greater than 1. If you are taking 1.1 also, if you are taking 1.1 minus 1 means we are getting the answer as positive. Positive means it is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0 means we have to take the same value f of x. So this will be limit x tends to 1 plus this x square minus 1. How we are writing? We are writing it as x plus 1 into x minus 1. So x plus 1 into x minus 1 divided by this part just now we have discussed, f of x is greater than 0 means we have tried as it is, x minus 1 we have taken. Okay. So this x minus 1 gets cancelled, limit x tends to 1 plus x plus 1 is there. Now no need to take that greater than 1 value, because already we have applied the condition. After applying the condition, what we have to substitute? The x value. X value means we have to substitute it as 1. So 1 plus 1 it is equals to RHL value, it is equals to 2. Okay. So what we are getting the LHL value over here? LHL value it is equals to minus 2 and RHL value it is equals to plus 2. So what we can say? LHL it is not equals to RHL. Left hand limit it is not equal to right hand limit. So what we can say? Limit doesn't exist. Limit doesn't exist. If LHL value it is 2 and RHL value it is also equals to 2 means then limit value it is also equals to 2, but we are not getting the same answer over here. So that's why limit doesn't exist. Now let us see the options over here. 2 is there, minus 2 is there, infinity is there, does not exist is there. So as per our answer we can go with the option number 4, which does not exist. Is it clear? Pause the video, note it down. Now let us see our next question. It is limit x tends to 0, sin x square divided by mod x it is equals to. What are the options given over here? The options are 0, 1, minus 1, does not exist. Okay. So whenever we are having the conditions in the question, what we have discussed just now, the condition for limit is existing means LHL should be equals to RHL. So we have to find both LHL value and RHL value. So with that method also we can solve this question, LHL value and RHL value. And one more method is what we can do over here. So limit x tends to 0, sin x square divided by mod x is given. Sin x square divided by mod x is given. Now what we are doing means, if you are multiplying and dividing by mod x, so what we can write this part as limit x tends to 0 is as it is, sin x square divided by, and this is mod x over here, divided by mod x into mod x. Suppose if you are taking mod x, it is equals to x we have taken. Okay. If you have taken this part as plus x and this is also plus x we are taking. So plus into plus means plus x into x, x square. This is the one condition. Now if you are taking mod x, it is equals to minus x you have taken. So minus x into minus x, minus into minus plus, x into x square. So for both the cases, what we are getting the answer, if you are multiplying this part, mod x into mod x means we are getting the answer as x square. Understood? Now this part, sin x square divided by x square we have taken. Now as we are having the two functions over here, so we have to apply the limit for these two functions. So this can be written as limit x tends to 0, and the sin x square by x square means we are writing it as sin x by x whole square we have taken into limit x tends to 0 mod x. Okay, limit x tends to 0 mod x we have taken. Limit x tends to 0 sin x by x, whenever we are having this part, we are having the standard limit sin x by x, it is equals to 1. So this complete part, 1 square means 1, we are getting this complete part as 1 into limit x tends to 0 mod x is given, mod x means it is equals to 0. So 1 into 0, it is equals to 0. So what we are getting the answer over here, it is equals to 0. Let us see the options over here. 0, 1, minus 1 does not exist. So as per our answer, we are getting the answer as 0. So let us go with the option number 1, which is equals to 0. Now let us see our next question. It is limit x tends to pi by 6, 3 sin x minus root 3 cos x divided by 6x minus pi is given. Okay, 6x minus pi is given. So what we have to do means, whenever we are substituting this part, if you are substituting this x value which is pi by 6 over here, okay, pi by 6 over here, so what we are getting the answer, we are getting the answer as, if you are substituting pi by 6 means 6 gets cancelled, pi minus pi, it is equals to 0, and sin pi by 6 cos pi by 6 is there. What's the value for sin pi by 6? Pi by 6 means what is the value? 30. If you are taking 30 value, 3 into sin 30 means 1 by 2. So we are getting the answer as 3 by 2 for this one, minus root 3 into root 3 by 2. Root 3 into root 3 means 3 by 2. So we are getting the answers over here as 0 by 0. Let us see this part. So if you are substituting means this part will be 3 as it is, and sin 30 value it is 1 by 2, minus root 3 is there, into cos 30 value is root 3 by 2, divided by 6 into pi by 6 minus pi. 6 gets cancelled, pi minus pi, it is equals to 0. This is 3 by 2 minus root 3 into root 3 means again this will be 3. So plus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2. What we are getting the answer? 0 by 0, which is one of the indeterminate form. So what I have told you in the last video, so whenever we are getting the answer as 0 by 0, okay, we can use the L'Hospital rule. Okay, L'Hospital rule, that is most important. L'Hospital rule means what we have to do? We have to differentiate both the numerator and the denominator separately. For numerator we have to differentiate it separately. For denominator also we have to differentiate it separately. So what we can write means limit x tends to pi by 6 we have taken. Now this 3 part we are writing as it is, d by dx of sin x, it is equals to cos x, minus root 3 part we have written as it is. Now d by dx of cos x means what we are getting the answer? Minus sin x. So minus into minus, plus sin x we have taken, divided by d by dx of x means 1. So already we are having 6 over here. D by dx of constant means 0. Okay. So after differentiating both the numerator and the denominator, we are getting this part. So after applying the L'Hospital rule, what we have to do? We have to substitute the x value. What is the x value over here? So limit x tends to pi by 6 means 3 cos 3 into cos pi by 6 plus root 3 into sin pi by 6 divided by 6. Now what is the value of cos? Pi by 6 means what? It is 30. Cos 30 value means 3 into root 3 by 2 plus root 3 into sin 30 means 1 by 2 divided by 6 is given, which is equals to 3 root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 divided by 6 is given. Is it clear? Now when the denominators are same, what we can do? We can add the numerators over here. So 3 plus 1 is given. So 4 root 3 divided by 2 6 it will be 12. So 4 1s 4 3s, which is equals to root 3 divided by 3 is given. Root 3 divided by 3. This is the final answer. Now let us check the options over here. It is root 3, 1 by root 3, minus root 3, minus 1 by root 3. But we are not getting the answer over here. So what we can do means, if you are rationalizing this, if you are multiplying and dividing by root 3 and root 3, it is equals to root 3 into root 3 means 3 divided by 3 root 3, 3 gets cancelled, it is equals to 1 by root 3. Okay, now we are getting the answer as 1 by root 3. What are the options? Root 3, 1 by root 3 minus root 3 minus 1 by root 3 means, as per our answer, we can go with the second option. What is the second option? 1 by root 3. Okay. So first what you have to do, you have to check this part. Whenever you are substituting the x value, are you getting the answer, or else it is one of the indeterminate form. Okay. So if you are getting the answer as indeterminate form, 0 by 0 means, then directly you can go for the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means you have to differentiate the numerator, then you have to differentiate the denominator. After differentiating both, you have to substitute the x value. Understood? So this type of questions will be very much important. What you have to do, you have to see all the video and you have to write these questions also. So if you want any information regarding the ECET tuitions, okay, ECET coachings, as we are providing both online as well as offline for ECET coachings, and we are providing the semester tuitions also, first year, second year, third year. So if you want any information regarding these tuitions and the ECET coachings, you can contact Shashikanth Valmiki sir, and the numbers are provided in the scrolling over here. Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the next question over here. If f maps R to R is defined by f of x, it is equals to bracket of x minus 3 plus mod x minus 4 for x belongs to R, then what we have to find? We have to find the value of limit x tends to 3 minus f of x is given. Okay. So now let us find out that value. So what is given over here? Limit x tends to 3 minus f of x is given. What is f of x part over here? Bracket of x minus 3 plus mod of x minus 4 is given. Now mod means modulus function. Now what is this bracket over here? Bracket of x minus 3 means it is related to step function, or else we are calling it as greatest integer function. Okay, greatest integer function, or else what we can call step function. Now what is the condition? What is the conclusion point of the step function, and what is the conclusion point of the modulus function? Let us see first. Okay, so first we are discussing about the step function over here. So what is the output? The conclusion point is output will be always an integer. Output will be always an integer. Suppose what we have to do means, suppose we are taking a number line over here. We are taking a number line. This is 0, 1, 2, 3 we have taken, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 we have taken. Okay. Now bracket of 1 is given. Bracket of 1 means we have to write it is equals to 1 only. Bracket of 5 means what we have to write it is equals to 5. Bracket of minus 2 it is equals to minus 2. Bracket of minus 5 it is equals to minus 5. Positive integers we have taken, it is equals to same. Negative part means it is equals to same. Now what we have discussed, output part will be always an integer. So if you are taking integers means the answer is also integer only. If you are taking the decimal numbers means what we are taking, if you are taking bracket of 1.1 it is equals to, bracket of 1.7 it is equals to, bracket of 1.9 it is equals to, then what will be the answer? Okay, so you have to remember only one point. What is that point? If you are taking this part, 1.1 is there, no? 1.1 means it is lying between 1 and 2. Okay, it is lying between 1 and 2. After checking that part, what we have to do? We have to take the left number. What we have to take? We have to take the left number. So 1.1 means it is lying between 1 and 2. What is the left number over here? 1. 1.7 it is lying between 1 and 2. What is the left number? 1. 1.9 it is lying between 1 and 2. What is the left number? 1. Is it clear? Don't take the approximate value. Don't take the approximate value. Only we have to take the left number. Okay. Now, if you are taking, suppose what we can take, if you are taking 2.3 means it will be equals to 2. Now, if you are taking the negative numbers, means minus 1.4 we have taken, minus 2.3 we have taken. So minus 1.4 means it is lying between minus 1 and minus 2. So what is the left number? Left number it is equals to minus 2. If you are taking minus 2.3, it is lying between minus 2 and minus 3. So what is the left number over here? Minus 3 we can take. Is it clear? So only you have to remember one point whenever we are seeing the problem, the condition of the step function means we have to take the left number. That's it. Okay. Now this part, x minus 3 is given. Now whenever we are applying the limits, which is x tends to 3 minus. x tends to 3 minus. X tends to 3 minus means what we have to do? 3 minus means it is somewhat less than 3. It is somewhat less than 3. So somewhat less than 3 means what we can take the number over here. Let us assume that part. If you are assuming that, if you are taking the x value as 2.99, we have taken. What we have taken? 2.99, 2.98, 2.97. Okay, somewhat less than 3 we have taken. So if you are taking the number as 2.99 also, then minus 3 is there. 2.99 minus 3. So if you are taking that part and we are subtracting, means what we are getting the answer? We are getting the negative part. Okay. Now if you are taking this part as 2.95, x value it is equals to what you have taken, means 2.95 minus 3 we have taken. We can take any value, somewhat less than part you have to take. So if you are taking the example as 2.95 we have taken, minus 3, we have to do the subtraction now. So whenever we are subtracting, what we are getting the answer? Minus 0.05. What we are getting? We are getting the answer as minus 0.05. So minus 0.05 means it is actually lying between 0 and minus 1. 0 and minus 1 means what is the left number over here? The left number is minus 1. So for this complete part, what we are getting the answer? Minus 1 we got. Okay, we are getting the answer as minus 1. Okay, we have to take the left number. Now this part, plus we have taken, mod of x minus 4 is given. Now what are the modulus conditions? Already we have written, yes or no? So modulus conditions means if f of x is greater than 0, we have to take f of x. If f of x is less than 0, we have to take minus f of x. If f of x is equals to 0 means we have to take the answer as 0 itself. Okay. Now in this part, x minus 4 is given. So whenever we are taking 3 minus part, 3 minus means it is somewhat less than 3. Somewhat less than 3 means what we have taken? 2.95 we have taken. Yes or no? So whenever we are subtracting with this part, 2.95 minus 4, so we are getting the negative answer. Negative answer means it will be less than 0. If it is less than 0 means what we have to take this part as? Minus of x minus 4 we have to take. Minus of x minus 4, and we have to substitute the limit also. So limit x tends to 3 minus, this is minus of x minus 4. So this minus 1 will be as it is. Now after applying the condition, for 3 minus part we have applied the condition. So after that we have to substitute the x value. What we have to substitute the x value now? X is equals to 3 itself. Okay, x is equals to 3 itself we have to substitute. So 3 minus 4, 3 minus 4 it is equals to minus 1. Minus 1 into minus means what will be there? Plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 it is equals to 0. Understood? Now this part is different, this part is different. In this modulus function, what you have to do? According to 3 minus and 3 plus part, you have to apply the condition. After writing the condition, you have to write the x value as 3 only. You have to write x value as 3 only. But in this part, whenever you are assuming some value somewhat less than means you have taken 2.95, 2.96, 2.97 and you are subtracting with 3 means you are getting the negative number, and that negative number it is lying between 0 and minus 1. So 0 and minus 1 if it is lying means what will be the left number? The left number will be minus 1. So for this part we have taken minus 1, and for this part we are getting it as plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 it is equals to 0. So what are the options given over here? Minus 2, minus 1, 0 and 1. So according to our answer, option number 3, which is equals to 0 is correct. Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see our next question. It is limit x tends to infinity, x plus 5 divided by x plus 2 whole power x plus 3 is given. So as it is in the form of f of x to the power of g of x, we can use the properties of the limits. With the help of the properties of the limits, we can solve this one. But if you know the model of this part, means if you know the TSR of this type, so we can do it very easily. By seeing the question itself, we can say the answer. Now what is that model? What is the TSR means? Now see this one. So limit x tends to infinity, x plus a divided by x plus b whole power x plus c is there, which is equals to, if the question it is in the form of x plus a divided by x plus b whole power x plus c, then directly you can write the answer as e power a minus b. What you can write? E power a minus b. Directly you can write the answer. Understood? If you are following all that properties, means it will be take many steps over here and it is taking more time. If you know the TSR, directly you can write the answer e power a minus b. Now what is the value of a? Value of a, it is equals to 5. Value of b, it is equals to 2. So limit x tends to infinity, x plus 5 divided by x plus 2 whole power x plus 3, it is equals to e power 5 minus 2, which is equals to e power 3. Understood? So which option will be correct? Third option. Third option, e power 3 will be correct. Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the next question over here. It is limit x tends to 0, tan cube x minus sin cube x divided by x power 5 is given. So now for this part, what we can do over here, if in this part, if you are taking tan cube x as common, what we are taking? Tan cube x as common means limit x tends to 0, we are taking tan cube x as common, the remaining part will be 1 minus, okay, 1 minus. Now from this we are not having the tan cube part, so what we have to do? Sin cube x divided by, we have to write it as tan cube x. Understood? Now for the sin cube x we are writing it as same, sin cube x we have written as same, divided by tan cube can be written as sin cube x divided by cos cube x, by 1 we have taken. Understood? Now this part, sin cube x gets cancelled. So what we are getting the answer? It is equals to cos cube x. We are getting the answer as cos cube x. So whenever we are taking tan cube x as common, the remaining part will be 1 minus, and this part it is becoming cos cube x. So we have written cos cube x divided by, now this part x power 5 is there, we are writing it as x cube into x square. We have written as x cube into x square, because bases are same in multiplication, power should be added. Okay, so we have written this part. Now what we are doing means tan cube x and x cube we are making it as a one function, and this 1 minus cos cube x divided by x square we are making it as another function. So this can be written as limit x tends to 0, this part tan x divided by x whole cube we have written as one function. Then limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos cube x divided by x square we are having. Understood? Now this part, limit x tends to 0, tan x by x means it is equals to 1, 1 cube means it is also equals to 1 only. Now for this part, whenever we are substituting the limit over here, so this part cos 0 means 1, 1 cube means 1, 1 minus 1, 0 divided by 0. So we are getting the answer as, for this one we are getting the answer as a 0 by 0, which is indeterminate form. So whenever we are getting the answer as 0 by 0 or else indeterminate form, means what we have to do? We have to apply the L'Hospital rule. For this we are getting the answer as 1. 1 in 2 means we have to solve this part only. So according to L'Hospital rule, what we have to do? We have to differentiate the numerator as well as the denominator also. So d by dx of constant means 0. So this minus part we have written as it is. Cos cube means this cos x part, first we are assuming, we'll do over here cos cube x minus is there. So which is equals to, minus we have written as it is. Okay. Now cos is there, cos cube is there. So cos x means first we are assuming it as x. If you are assuming it as x means it will be in the form of x cube. X cube means what is the formula? 3x square. So we are writing this part as 3x square means cos square x we have taken. Understood? Now just now we have assumed this part as x. If you are assuming this part as x means again we have to differentiate. So if you are differentiating cos x means what will be the answer? Minus sin x. So minus into minus plus sin x. Okay. So whenever we are assuming some part as x means again we have to differentiate that part. Is it clear? So what we are getting the answer, if you are differentiating 1 minus cos cube x means we are getting the answer as 3 cos square x sin x we have taken divided by, if you are differentiating x square means it will be 2x, and what is the limit? Limit x tends to 0. Now again in this part what we are doing means sin x by x we are making it as a one function, 3 cos square x divided by 2 we are making it as another function. So which is equals to limit x tends to 0, 3 cos square x divided by 2 into limit x tends to 0 sin x divided by x. Understood? Now for this complete part we are getting the answer as 1. For this we are getting the answer as 1. Now in this x tends to 0 is there. So cos 0 value means 1. 1 square means 1. 1 into 3 means 3. So what we are getting the answer 3 by 2 into for this 1. So which is equals to 3 by 2. So we are getting the answer as 3 by 2. What we have to do, this part, the starting step is important. Tan cube is given now. So we are taking the tan cube x as common. So the remaining part will be 1 minus cos cube x divided by, for this x power 5 we are writing it as s cube into x square. This part we have made a 1 function and this part we have made the 1 function. This part we are getting as the value as 1, and for this whenever we are substituting the x value we are getting the answer as 0 by 0, which is indeterminate form. So we are applying the L'Hospital rule. If you are applying the L'Hospital rule means both numerator and the denominator you have to differentiate. After differentiating again you are making the two functions over here. Whenever you are making the two functions means you have to substitute the x value. The final answer will be equals to 3 by 2. So as per our answer, option number 2, option 2 is correct. Okay, pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the next question over here. Limit x tends to infinity, x square plus x plus 3 divided by x square minus x plus 2 whole power x is given. Whole power x means it is in the form of f of x to the power of g of x. Just now we have done one problem which was in the form of f of x to the power of g of x, means directly we have used the TSR model part over there. Okay, now if you don't know that part, what is the formula for f of x to the power of g of x? Okay, now if it is limit x tends to a f of x to the power of g of x, it is equals to e power limit x tends to a f of x minus 1 into g of x. What is the formula? E power limit x tends to a f of x minus 1 into g of x. We have to use that part. So let us write it as, what we can write, limit x tends to infinity, then x square plus x plus 3 divided by x square minus x plus 2 whole power x, which is equals to e power limit x tends to infinity we have taken. What is x tends to part? We have to write the same part over here. Limit x tends to infinity, then f of x minus 1. What is f of x? X square plus x plus 3 divided by x square minus x plus 2. This is f of x minus 1 into g of x, means only x part is there. Okay, so we have done this part. So which is equals to e power limit x tends to infinity. Then if you are taking the LCM over here, if you are taking the LCM means the denominator part will be x square minus x plus 2. X square minus x plus 2. Then what will be the numerator part? Numerator part we are writing it as x square plus x plus 3. Then it will be minus x square plus x minus 2. This is the numerator part into x we have taken. Understood? Now this part plus x square minus x square. Okay. Now which is equals to e power limit x tends to infinity. The remaining part x plus x means 2x, 3 minus 2 means 1. Okay, so now the numerator part means x plus x means it will be 2x, then plus 3 minus 2 means plus 1 into x we are having, then in the numerator part x square minus x plus 2 is there. So which is equals to e power limit x tends to infinity. If you are multiplying this part, if you are multiplying the numerator with the x, means what will happen? 2x into x means 2x square plus 1 into x means x divided by x square minus x plus 2. Okay. Now in the last video of the limits itself, we have discussed one TSR, which is limit x tends to infinity f of x divided by g of x, it is equals to, whenever it is in the form of f of x divided by g of x and it is of algebraic form, what we have to do? We have to take the coefficient of highest degree term divided by coefficient of highest degree term. So we are taking coefficient of highest degree term divided by coefficient of highest degree term. Okay. Now what is the highest degree term over here? From all this question, x square is the highest part. So we have to take the coefficient of x square in the numerator, coefficient of x square in the denominator. So which is equals to e power, what is the coefficient of x square in the numerator? 2 is given, divided by, what is the coefficient of x square in the denominator? 1. So e power 2 by 1, it is equals to e power 2 or else e square. Is it clear? Now let us see the options: infinity, e power 4 and e square. What we are getting the answer? E square. So let us go with option 4, which is equals to e square. Understood all of you? Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see our next question. If limit extends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 by 5x it is equals to L, and limit extends to 1, 2 log x divided by x minus 1 it is equals to m. Then a cubic equation whose roots are phi L, m and 1 is given. Okay, so with the help of these roots we have to make the cubic equation. So in these roots we don't know the value of L and m. So first we are finding the value of L, m, you have to substitute in that part. After substituting we will get the roots. With that roots we have to make the cubic equation. Understood? Now first we are going to solve this part. So first one is limit x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 divided by 5x it is equals to L is given. Okay. Now if you are applying the limits for this part, so let us take 1 by 5 as constant. 1 by 5 we have taken as constant. Now limit x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 divided by x it is equals to, whenever we are applying the limits for this part, limit x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 by x, what we are having the standard limit? Limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 divided by x it is equals to 1. Similarly, limit x tends to 0, e power 2x minus 1 divided by x it is equals to 2. Okay. If it is limit x tends to 0, e power 5x minus 1 divided by x it is equals to 5. Okay. We have to take the coefficient of this x part. So what we are having? So this 1 by 5 will be as it is because it is constant. Now for this part, what we are getting the answer? 2. So into 2. So which is equals to L value it is equals to 2 by 5. Understood? L value is equals to 2 by 5. Now what is the first part? First root over here, phi L is there. We have to find the phi L value. So if you are sending this phi to the other side means it is phi L it is equals to 2. So this is the first root we got. Now we have to find the second root over there. Second means what it is? Limit x tends to 1, 2 log x divided by x minus 1 which is m value. So if you are substituting the x value over here, log 1 means 0 into 2, numerator part it is becoming 0, divided by 1 minus 1 means 0. So what we are getting the answer? 0 by 0 which is indeterminate form. So if you are having the indeterminate form means already we have discussed, we have to use the L'Hospital rule. So if you are using the L'Hospital rule means limit x tends to 1, we have to differentiate numerator as well as denominator also. So this part is 2, then d by dx of log x means 1 by x divided by d by dx of x means 1, then constant means 0. Okay. Now we have to substitute. After applying the L'Hospital rule means after doing the differentiation we have to substitute the x value. If you are substituting the x value over here means it will be 1 only. So 2 ones are 2. What is this part? M value it is equals to 2. So this is the first root, this is the second root, and the third root it is equals to 1. Is it clear? So if you are having the 3 roots, now with the help of these 3 roots we have to make the cubic equation. What we have to make? We have to make the cubic equation. So for this part phi L is equals to 2 is there, m is equals to 2 is there, and one more root it is equals to 1. So what we can write means if you are taking this part, factors in the form of factor, this is x minus 2, and the another root is also x minus 2, and the third factor it is x minus 1. So if you are multiplying these factors, means what will get the answer? We will get the cubic equation. This 2 is 2 and 1. So we have written in the form of factors. So x minus 2 and x minus 1 we have taken. Now let us multiply this part first. X minus 2 into x minus 2 is there. So it means x minus 2 whole square into x minus 1. A minus b whole square. A minus b whole square means a square plus b square means 4. Then minus 2ab means 2 to the 4, 4x. Okay. Now we have to multiply with x minus 1. Now let us multiply this part. X square into x means x cube. Then plus 4x minus 4x square. Now next minus x square, then plus into minus, minus 4, minus into minus, plus 4x. Okay. Now x cube we are having, so which can be written as x cube, this part is completed. Now x square minus 4x square minus x square means minus 5x square, so this 2 part is completed now. Okay, now 4x plus 4x means it will be 8x plus 8x, this part is completed. What is left over here? Minus 4 is left. Okay, so what we are getting the cubic equation over here, x cube minus 5x square plus 8x minus 4, okay, which is equals to 0. So this part we are getting. Now let us see the options over here. So options are x cube minus 3x square plus 2 equals to 0, x cube plus 5x square minus 8x plus 2 is equals to 0, x cube minus 5x square plus 8x minus 4 is equals to 0, x cube plus 3x square minus 4 is equals to 0. So according to our answer, so option 3, x cube minus 5x square plus 8x minus 4, it is equals to 0. This option 3 is correct. Okay, so this was simple. Only what you have to do, you have to apply the limits for this function and you have to apply the limits for this function also. So you are getting the L value and M value. Whenever you are substituting the L value and M value over there, you are getting the roots. With the help of that roots, you have to make the cubic equation. Understood? Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the next question over here. It is limit x tends to 0 cos 4x minus 4 cos 2x plus 3 divided by x power 4. X power 4 it is equals to. So 4, 8, 1 by 4 and 1 by 8 are given in the options. Okay. So let us write it first. Limit x tends to 0 cos 4x minus 4 cos 2x plus 3 divided by x power 4 is there, which is equals to. If you are substituting the x value as 0, so cos 0 means it is equals to 1 minus again cos 0 it is equals to 1. So 1 minus 4 plus 3. 1 plus 3 it is equals to 4. 4 minus 4 equals to 0. Then 0 divided by again denominator part is 0. So what we are getting the answer as 0 by 0, which is indeterminate form. So if you are getting the indeterminate form 0 by 0, what I have said to you, we can apply the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule means we have to differentiate the numerator and we have to differentiate the denominator also. So it is equals to limit x tends to 0, we have written as it is. Now whenever we are differentiating this part means cos 4x, what is the formula for cos 4x? So it is minus 4 sine 4x, then this part minus 4 will be as it is. Okay, 4 will be as it is. Now cos 2x means minus 2 sine 2x. So minus into minus plus. Again 2 we are having. So 4 2s are 8 sine 2x. And if you are differentiating the constant means it will become 0. Now divided by, if you are differentiating x power 4, d by dx of x power 4, 4x cube we have taken. Okay. Now after writing this part, after differentiating both numerator and the denominator, what we are getting the answer if you are substituting the x value, sine 0 means 0, sine 0 means 0, in the numerator we are getting 0, again in the denominator x value 0 means this part it is also 0 by 0. Okay. Now if you are getting 0 by 0 indeterminate form means from here again we have to differentiate, again we have to apply the L'Hospital rule. So which is equals to limit x tends to 0, this minus 4 we have written as it is, minus 4 we have written as it is. Now sine 4x is there. What is the formula? Sine 4x means 4, okay, 4 cos 4x. So 4 4s are 16, this will be 16 cos 4x. Now plus. Now 8 we have written as it is, 8 we have written as it is, sine 2x is there, sine 2x means 2 cos 2x, 2 means 8 2s are 16 cos 2x divided by 4 we are writing as it is. If you are differentiating x cube means it will be 3x square, so 3 4s are 12, so this will be 12x square. Now if you are substituting the x value now, cos 0 value is equals to 1, cos 0 value is equals to 1. So minus 16 plus 16, 0 divided by 12 into 0, 0. Again we are getting the answer as 0 by 0. If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0 means what we have to do? Again apply the L'Hospital rule. Okay. So what is this pointer? It is equals to limit x tends to 0 minus 16 cos 4x plus 16 cos 2x divided by 12x square. Okay, up to here we have done and we are getting the answer as 0 by 0. So we have to apply again L Hospital rule. So which is equals to limit x tends to 0 we have written as it is. This is minus 16. Minus 16 we have written. Now cos 4x means, what is the value of formula for cos 4x? It will be minus 4 sin 4x. So minus means minus into minus, plus again 4 means 16 into 4 means 64, then this will be sin 4x. 64 sin 4x we have taken. Now plus 16 we are writing as it is. Plus 16 we are writing as it is. Now cos 2x is given. What is the formula for cos 2x? It will be minus 2 sin 2x. So minus means this part will become minus, 2 means 16 2s are 32 sin 2x divided by 12 we are writing as it is. X square means, if you are differentiating x square means it will be 2x. So 12 2s are 24. 24x we have taken. Understood? 24x we have taken. Now which is equals to, let us substitute the value over here. So sin is there, sin 0 0, sin 0 0, numerator part 0 divided by 24 into 0, denominator is also 0. So we are getting the answer as 0 by 0. What will happen? 0 by 0 means again we have to apply the L Hospital rule. So if you are applying the L Hospital rule means limit x tends to 0. Okay, now 64 is as it is. 64 is as it is. Now sin 4x is there. What is the formula for sin 4x? 4 cos 4x. 4 means 64 4s are 256. Then this is cos 4x. Then this is minus 32 is already there. Then sin 2x means 2 cos 2x. 2 means 32 2s are 64 cos 2x divided by this will be 24. Understood this point? Now we have to substitute the x value. So if you are substituting x value means cos 0 1, again cos 0 1, so which is equals to 256 minus 64 divided by 24, which is equals to 256 minus 64. If you are subtracting these numbers means what we'll get? We'll get the answer as 192 divided by 24. So if you are dividing this 192 divided by 24 means what will get the answer? It is equals to 8. Okay. So if you are getting the answer as 8 means what are the options given over here? 4, 8, 1 by 4 and 1 by 8. So according to our answer, let us go with the option 2, which is equals to 8. Okay. So if you know the formula of the differentiation, you can solve it easily. What you are doing? First you are substituting the x value. If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0 means you are going for the L Hospital rule. After differentiating both numerator and the denominator, you have to substitute the x value. If you are getting the answer means that will be your correct answer. Again if you are getting 0 by 0 means again and again you have to apply the L Hospital rule. Up to when? Up to when means you should get the finite value. Whenever you are getting the finite value means that will be your correct answer. Okay. So what we are getting the answer? 8. 8 means option 2 will be correct. Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the last question of this part 2. Limit x tends to infinity, 2x square plus 3x plus 4 divided by x square minus 3x plus 5. Again whole power 3x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 1 is given. So as the question it is in the form of f of x to the power of g of x. Whenever we are having this form f of x to the power of g of x means just now we have done one example problem for that also. Okay. Now but if you know the TSR, if you know the model part, already we have discussed that also. If the question it is in the form of f of x is there and g of x is there, f of x to the power of g of x. So according to the properties of the limits means whenever we are having this part limit x tends to a, f of x to the power of g of x is there. So what we have to do means we have to apply the limit for f of x as well as g of x also. Okay. So for this part how we can write? We can write it as limit x tends to infinity, then 2x square plus 3x plus 4 divided by x square minus 3x plus 5. Okay. So this f of x part we have completed and we have to apply the limits for the power part also. So limit x tends to infinity, 3x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 1 we have taken. Understood? 3x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 1. Now as we have discussed one of the model, one of the TSR, whenever limit x tends to infinity is there and it is in the form of f of x divided by g of x, what we have to do? Limit x tends to infinity, f of x divided by g of x, where f of x and g of x are of algebraic form, then what we have to take? Coefficient of highest degree term divided by coefficient of highest degree term. That's it. Okay. Now in this part, whenever we are taking the highest degree term, first we have to identify that what is the highest degree term over here? X square. It is the x square. So we have to take the coefficient of x square in the numerator and coefficient of x square in the denominator. So if you are simplifying this part, means the coefficient of x square in the numerator is 2 divided by coefficient of x square in the denominator is 1. Okay. So this base part we have completed. Now what is the power over here? The power is limit x tends to infinity 3x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 1. Again we have to use the same part over here. What is the highest degree term? Highest degree term, it is equals to x. So we have to take the coefficient of x in the numerator and coefficient of x in the denominator. So coefficient of x it is equals to 3 divided by coefficient of x it is equals to 2. So which is equals to what we are getting? 2 power 3 by 2. What we got the answer as? 2 power 3 by 2. But if you are seeing the options over here, 3 by 2, 2 root 2, 3 root 2 is given. Okay. Now let us simplify this part. So 2 power 3 by 2 is there, means can we write this part as root 2 power 3? Yes or no? Root 2 power 3, because if you want to write this root 2 in the power, means it can be written as 1 by 2. 3 into 1 by 2 means 3 by 2. Understood? So for 2 power 3 by 2 we have taken root 2 whole cube we have taken. Now root 2 whole cube means root 2 into root 2 into root 2. We have taken 3 times. Root 2 into root 2 means this part will become 2 and we are having root 2 part over here. Okay. So what we are getting the final answer? 2 root 2. Root 2 whole cube means we are getting the answer as 2 root 2. So which option will be correct according to our answer? Option 2. Option 2 will be correct according to our answer, 2 root 2. So with this we have completed all the gunshot bits of the topic limits. Part 1 also we have completed, part 2 is also completed. So what you have to do? You have to watch the complete video and like it, share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So whenever you are practicing these questions, these gunshot bits, as it is most important. So whenever you are practicing these gunshot bits, then only you will get the good marks. Is it clear? So if you want any information regarding the coaching, ECET coachings, as we are providing both online as well as offline coaching for both 2022 as well as for 2023 also, and we are providing the semester tuitions, first year, second year and third year tuitions. So if you want any information regarding the tuitions or the ECET coaching, you can contact LHL Valmiki sir, and the number are given in the scrolling part. Thank you very much.